What's up guys, Chris from Outlaw here, and today we've got something pretty cool for you. We're going to be doing a little bit of a release. We're going to be talking about a gun that I've had for a while that you didn't know existed. This is the Canik METE. Well, I should say, this is the Canik METE. Huh, there's two of them. That's because Canik sent me two of them. And just to get that out of the way, I want to mention that I don't have any affiliation with Canik other than they asked me to do these videos. So they sent me a couple of pistols to try out and do the release video for them. They didn't give me any talking points or anything like that. They just told me what they changed and they cut me loose and told me to shoot them and tell them what they think. So that's what we're going to do here today. These are very similar, in my opinion, to the Elite series, which we featured on the channel quite a bit, including the SFX, which I absolutely love. And this particular one here is the METE SFX in flat dark earth. It's the 5.2 inch barreled version with a threaded barrel. The threaded barrel actually came with it. This version actually has standard combat sights, and then it has, the new one has optics plates for the Rmsc shield or the Rmsc, or all the little micro optics that are making a big splash right now. It won't accept Trijicon SROs and stuff like that, like the SFX. The original will, but you get to use this optic without removing the rear sight, which is what a lot of people are asking for. So don't think of it as an upgrade or downgrade, just think of it as an option, really. So if you want to get the competition-oriented one with the big old red dot, you can do that, but you'll lose your rear sight, whereas this one, you can run the smaller dots. You can keep your rear sight, which is a lot more important to most people, so I imagine this will be very popular. Changed some of the internals as well as some of the ergonomics here. They've added some holster points there to make it stick better in holster. I like the aggressive texture they put on there. It came with 3 back straps, and then it came with a mag well as well, which we threw on there, which is pretty sweet. It actually is done just as well, if not better, than like some very high-end expensive guns. But even with the mag well off, they have now beveled the inside of the magazine well, so even if you don't have the mag well on, if you're running it for like production or optics or carry optics or anything like that, where you can't run a mag well, you still have most of the mag well in there anyway, which is pretty sweet. Now it's got that pre-cocked design similar to the P99, so it's got a phenomenal trigger as well, and it comes in at a pretty phenomenal price. The standard Lil Boy here comes in at about $520. Which is pretty good. That has the optics cut, the raised sights, combat sights, and all that, with the notch on it to run off your belt, and the extended magazine release and all that good fun, along with the extended texture as well. It's just a standard like 4.5 inch Glock 17 size gun, where this one comes with a little bit extra stuff, and it is the Glock 34 size gun, or the full size 5.2 inch barrel, which I actually prefer, which is what we're going to be shooting most here today. Now, a couple things they also changed with the ergonomics is going to be they undercut the trigger guard quite a bit, allowing a higher grip, which is really nice. They undercut the inside of the trigger guard as well, so you can get a stone cold grip on it, and then you can take advantage of those textured points there to put your thumb. They also extended the beaver tail as well, along with some AMB slide release levers for you lefties out there. You can run the gun both ways and not have any issue. Now, I've never used this Shield Rmsc sight before, although I've wanted to for a while, and it actually came in this damn kit with the gun with 2 mounting plates, so I figured why not. And the cool part about this is it actually co-witnesses with these sights. So since the Shield sight is not known to be ultra reliable, you could either use it or you could replace it with an Rmsc, which is stupid reliable, or a 507C or something like that. But the cool part is, if you ever have any issues, you're co-witnessing your irons straight from the get-go anyway, so no issues there, and the iron sights are pretty sweet. I've already shot the guns a little bit. I did use the Shield sight on this, and I have ran the standard iron sights on the shorty version, so that I can attest the iron sights work fairly well. They're definitely bigger combat style sights, but that's what you want in a combat style gun. And actually my wife prefers the larger sights, so you'll be hearing her rave about it here shortly. Now, another sweet thing about the new Caniks is that it comes with a disassembly tool that you can use to disassemble the whole pistol. Essentially just roll pins or push pins, and you can use the same tool to pop that out, take the trigger assembly out, and then obviously it's toolless disassembly, where you just pull it back like this, pull down the takedown pins, you slide it over a little bit and pop it off. Mine came with the standard barrel and the threaded barrel, and it also came with the Shield sight, but again, is kind of an influencer package, so be aware of that. Mine came with a whole bunch of stuff, which we'll show you right here. And I'm not exactly sure what you guys will get when you buy it or not, but it came with like an O-light, a cleaning kit, 2 different holsters, magazine pouches, and all that is really nice if you're going to be running your first like USPSA match, maybe your first training class, or if you just want a kit, like a bug out kit or something like that, you just want to be prepared. It all comes right here ready to go, which is pretty nice. However, I'm not sure what the pricing is on the entire kit. All right, so all of that on top of the already pretty sweet Canik features, as if I didn't mention before, it is a striker fired polymer frame pistol. Like I said, the frame is universal and just the slide is the difference on the 2 guns, whereas you can have the opportunity to get the 4 or the 5-inch slides, whichever one that you choose. I like the 5, not because it has just less recoil and it's a little bit more accurate for me because of the longer sight radius, but I also like it because of hollow point expansion. The more velocity that you get on the barrel, the longer the barrel is, the more velocity you get, then the more penetration and hollow point expansion that you're going to get from the rounds that you use. So for a home defense gun, I always like to have a longer barreled 9mm, because why the hell not? Why not have a little bit more power? Why not have a little bit more accuracy? For the money, the Canik SFX was one of my favorite pistols, so I expect this to perform really well, and so far we've shot like 4 or 5 mags out of it, and it has been very accurate and very reliable. But let's see if that keeps up. We'll just get out of the range, we'll shoot around a little bit, and then I'll give you my first impressions of what I think of the brand new Canik METE. Alright, after we finally got this shield sight sighted in, which is not easy by the way, there's no visible markings. You have to use a metric Allen key to sight in the shield sight, the shield RMS. We get some pretty good accuracy. Let's check it out. This is my 4-round group here. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's pretty good at 12 yards. Pinky scale. Couple rounds on paper, then a couple on steel just to hear it sting. Runs good. Sure can't smoke at 50 yards.
Yep.
Yards is pretty good. We had one hang up, probably due to the cheap ammo that we're using right now. However, stupid accurate. All right, while we're walking down there, we got this little shorty 3-round mag, just because I was sighting in earlier. And we're just gonna shoot it at about 60 yards and just see what kind of accuracy we can get. What was only 2-round mag, sorry. Pop a couple more off. It's a fun gun to shoot. The ergonomics are definitely better, the texture is definitely better. The gun just feels easier to shoot. Yeah, so far so good. Pop her down there and we'll shoot a little bit more. All right, now one of the cool things about having co-witness iron sights is that in case you have any kind of issue with the red dot, you're gonna be able to run it, and we already just did that because I just lubed the crap out of the gun a little bit ago. Didn't really think about it in the first couple of shots that I just shot down there. Sprayed all over the red dot, which you can see right there. So while I was shooting at 65 yards, 60 yards back there, I decided just to use the iron sights through the red dot and see how that worked, and it actually worked pretty well. So co-witnessing through the red dot at even 60 yards works pretty well. So now we'll just shoot a little bit up close here and see how she moves. Not too bad. Oh, it didn't have a malfunction. I'm just an idiot. I keep thinking it was out because I was trying to count the rounds and I keep looking, and then I was like, oh, I'm going to clear malfunction, but there wasn't even a damn malfunction. So sometimes you got to look dumb on YouTube.
Ready?
Yep, you're on. Ooh. Did you burn yourself?
Yep. Always do. And that one went right in my face, so the ejection is ridiculous.
Something to do with you not having a tight grip, I think, because I haven't had any problems.
You hit me though.
Yeah, but you were standing next to me. You should be hitting me too. You should get your revenge.
You're taller than me.
That means there's more of me to hit.
Sound logic.
You look good though.
Ha ha ha.
You look like a Bond girl holding that. What do you think of the shorty?
I like it. To be honest, I was using the sights and not the red dot on the other one as well.
Well, it's so
really
easy to
like
do.
these sights. I like white and green sights better than red, so I feel like this is right up my alley. I feel like it's pretty good. I like the texture. I like it. It's obviously got more recoil than a heavier gun or a more luxury gun, but if you hold her tight, she won't wiggle.
All right, so I'll do the first impressions of the shorty first. So we shot about 250 rounds today, which is not a lot, not enough to be full review. However, we will be doing a full 1,000 round review on these, obviously, because they're fun to shoot. So we're gonna do 1,000 rounds through them. But I got about 100 rounds through this guy, which is a normal first shots video. And then I have about another 150 through this guy. Maybe 170, like something like 80 through this or something like that. We really favored this. That being said, if you're looking for just a concealed carry gun or maybe a duty gun that you're going to carry all the time, shorter barrel is generally better. Sitting in a car or something like that, even with a duty holster, a shorter barrel doesn't protrude quite as much, so you don't have to worry about it pushing on the seat, making yourself uncomfortable. Inside the waistband carry, shorter barrels usually better. That being said, both of them are light enough to carry by far. I mean, you're talking about only like a 26-ounce gun for this guy, and then a little bit more for that guy. So would be a great all-around gun in my opinion, the short version, whereas this gun would be a really good competition home defense gun, and it's still light enough to carry. However, that's quite the barrel length for you to be sticking down your pants, if you get what I'm trying to say. So overall, I think they're both good at their specific tasks that they were made for. I prefer this one. It's fun to shoot. It's got a whole bunch of whiz-bang accessories that make me look cooler on YouTube. The threaded barrel is a nice touch. Obviously, that would be cool for this one as well, and this one did come with one also. I just didn't install it. This would actually be even better for a threaded barrel because shorter and longer suppressor makes it a little less unwieldy when you're using it. The threaded barrel is a nice touch for sure. Front slide serrations with the vented slide make it very light, easy to shoot. Ambi controls are nice, especially for my lefty wife there. Left-handed, I should say. The magazine, well, works really well. Grip insert works really well. You just use it with the roll pin. The aggressive texture is the biggest upgrade to this gun in my opinion, besides maybe that trigger undercut, which is pretty sweet. So if you want a Canik with an improved grip that has all the same features you're used to for around, you know, 600 bucks, this is a pretty good way to go in my opinion, as long as it stays reliable. Speaking of reliability, like I said, we shot like 150, 170 through this gun, no issues whatsoever. We started shooting this gun, and we had one failure. However, it was with remanufactured ammunition. So as soon as I switched back to factory ammunition, no problems. So moral of the story is, buy good ammo, kids, and you won't have any problems. We're gonna shoot a full 1,000 rounds through this, and then give you a second video about a month, 2 months down the road, and let you know what I really think of the gun. But so far, so good. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. Please help out your local homeless shelters, and remember to recycle. Check you later.